Hi Capricorn, welcome in your monthly reading, and I was late so I didn't really do the reading for the February, so I decided I will start the month of March with reading for Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces, which I was not able to do in February, and I will try to give you like clarification on February 1st. So yeah, also ignore this going on here. This is not done professionally yet, so I will have to fix that. Okay, I guess we can get started. So maybe let's start with some clarification on the month of February, okay? Just like fast clarification on what was going on, something that would help you clarify this, okay? So Capricorn for the month of February, what was going on for Capricorn for the February? Some fast clarification. Okay, we have the Hangman reverse. Okay, you kind of not willing to move forward with something because maybe of some inner blockages. Let's see what else about this Capricorn in the February. What was the energy, main energy? We have the Sun reversed. Yeah, maybe you are not able to move forward because of some disappointment that happened, or some kind of immaturity of some kind. Let's see what else. And we have the Moon. Yeah, something just not being clear, and I feel like it's mostly because of some kind of blockages or something kind of not being fulfilled in the way you wanted. So it wasn't clear for you if you should act or not. So, but I get the feeling this break in acting on something, or just acting on something overall, was mostly because of some kind of inner blockage that you created due to some kind of disappointment, or like something not being clear, possibly some maturity, something just not being right and you not being able to tell if you should act on it or not. Possibly, as I said, because of some blockages and some kind of immaturity. Let's see one more card for February for Capricorn. What does clarification can we get for February for Capricorn? Okay, and we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, as I said, just you not willing to act on something because I feel like there was no reason for you. You didn't feel the need to act on it. It was just mostly because of inner blockages, not necessarily in the good sense. That's why I say it might be some, or because of some kind of immaturity of some kind. Maybe just like being mad at someone, not willing to kind of explain the situation in the more of a mature way, and just willingly not acting on it because of that. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for you for Capricorn for February. But let's now move on to the March. Okay, I think what cards I should use. Maybe let's go again with those. Let's see, what is the general energy coming in March for Capricorn? We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, acting on some ideas, I see, some feelings, wanting to act on some kind of fulfillment, or towards fulfillment, I should say. Let's see, Capricorn in the month of March. What is the main energy coming in for the March for Capricorn? What's the energy coming in for Capricorn for March? We have a Five of Cups. Okay, I feel like looking for this fulfillment might be related to you kind of losing something from the past. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands reversed. Yes, some kind of lack of communication. I get the feeling like there will be lack of communication with you and some situation, or possibly a person. Some kind of, I would say, the block in the communication, so it kind of felt like a loss. something was lost here, and I feel like it's something about the connection, but maybe not necessarily the connection itself. And that's why I think there's some kind of block in the communication, and I feel like you might be trying to look for this fulfillment somewhere else, or try to get back this fulfillment. But let's see, Capricorn for the March, what kind of energy is coming in? Okay, and we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I kind of get a feeling like maybe you would try to distract yourself with something else. But what else is there for Capricorn for the March? March for Capricorn. Okay, and we have the Page of Cups again. Okay, again cups. Okay, I get the feeling like, yeah, you'll be trying to do something else, something new. That's why I don't feel necessary that you'll be working on fixing this block in communication, but rather you'll be trying to look away from it and try to put this attention somewhere else, not necessarily in the same area. I would say, for example, if there's a block on communication with you and some kind of person, you might be, for example, go and focus on career or some kind of passion, something else that would fulfill you in the place of this connection kind of being blocked. I wouldn't say the replacement, but it's not necessarily this, more like distraction. Distraction. I hope you know what I mean. Okay, either way, yeah, trying some new things, trying to kind of be act on something physically in the real life, on some kind of material stuff, money, career, something like that. So I feel like you'll be putting effort mainly in that, but with that energy of looking for the fulfillment, you know. Going back, let's get more clarification on that. Okay, let's see, what kind of clarification can we get for the month of March that will be helpful? Or no, wait, I forgot. First we gotta do the clarification on your thoughts. What kind of thoughts will be going on for you? What kind of reasoning behind all of this will be? Something that will just help you be more aware of the process going on in your head or inside of you, your feelings, whatever it may be. Just something you should be aware of going on. Okay, the moon reversed. Okay, some kind of inner speculations going on. Some kind of, we have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, definitely something inside of you going on. That's why maybe you'll be going and looking for some kind of distractions that would kind of bring your attention from this thing going on, which is some kind of block of communication, or even you not being able to communicate something and break this lack of communication. It might be actually related to the thing going on from the February, as I see now. So yeah, maybe you are not able in March to communicate your feelings towards someone, either though you don't want to lose them or something like that. It doesn't have to be necessary about the person, it can be anything. But either way, inside of you there will be a lot of things going on, like speculations or some kind of anxiety going on. That's why maybe you will be looking for this kind of distraction. Let's see what else is going on for Capricorn for the March. Okay, we have Temperance. You're definitely looking for balance, or looking for some kind of solution. But I feel like it's mostly looking for solution to kind of bring you the peace of mind instead of just working on the situation itself. What else is there for Capricorn for March? One more card. What is going on inside of it? Okay, and we have the Ten of Swords. Yep, so basically you kind of going into your own trap of thoughts and trying to look for some kind of solution that you can do without actually making any action in real life. Okay. Let's now get some clarification on the month of March in overall. What will be going on in March in overall for you? What kind of clarity will be helpful for you, Capricorn, in the March? Clarity for March that will be helpful for Capricorn. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, trying to balance something out again, or having to like choose the decisions. I feel like maybe it might be related to this thing, career thing. Maybe you will have some decisions to make about this. But either way, it's trying to balance things out, but more in the material way. But let's get more clarification on that. Capricorn for March. Capricorn for March. What kind of clarification on March will we have for Capricorn? Okay, and we have the Hierophant, which is again trying to look for the right way to do it. But I feel like you will not be able to see the situation fully clear and explain it, because there's this like block of communication, right? That's why maybe you'll be just like living in your own speculations about this, and it will be hard for you to figure out what is the right thing. That's why you will rather want to focus on fixing the problem inside of your mind, which is not the solution maybe necessary. But yeah, there will be definitely some looking for the right decisions to make. What else is there for clarification? What else of a clarification can we get for Capricorn for March? And we have a Two of Swords. Okay, a lot of twos. Okay. Trying to feel the situation out. Like, as I said, you will be living mostly in your own head and speculations about the situation, or like your... I wouldn't say it's overthinking or necessary overthinking or anxiety in particular, but it's mostly like I get the energy of just like trying to figure out what would be the case in this situation, like trying to mostly just figure it out logically. But there will be some, like, yeah, obviously there will be some kind of anxiety, more like sleepless night, because you'll be trying to run away from thinking about this and, you know, like all those speculations. So you'll be trying mostly to feel out the situation and what's up with that just in your head, on your own ideas about this, what it might be, right? Yeah. Let's see, one more card of clarification for Capricorn for March. What will be helpful for Capricorn for March? Okay, and we have the Word, okay? Okay, what about this word? I think it may be related to the Ten of Swords, something just ending. I feel like maybe it would be just you not being able to take this blockage in communication anymore, and I feel like it will force you to some kind of personal transformation, change of perception, thinking. Ten of Pentacles, yeah, I kind of get the feeling it might lead actually at the end of the month or at the end of this process to self kind of transformation, because you realize that trying to balance things out only on your mind and not fixing the situation doesn't actually bring much to this particular maybe situation, and doesn't do anything. And you know, that might be what this fulfillment is about, looking for fulfillment. Maybe you'll be running away from this fulfillment, actually, from doing the right thing, right? by trying to focus on other stuff, or like maybe dating other people if that's about that person, you know, trying new things. But instead of that, you'll be just like running away from this calling you have to do something, to maybe break this block of communication with someone, or some kind of situation, or be honest about something, you know, about this loss, whatever there was lost. It might be a person, but it might be just some part of the connection with that person, or it might be just situation, opportunity, whatever it might be. But it will just force you, this anxiety, this inner speculations, and trying to constantly fit the scenarios, or, you know, think about it so much that you think it's bringing you balance if you try to figure it out on your own, but actually it doesn't. And it will kind of make you feel so exhausted that you will just realize that at the end, making out your own scenarios instead of being honest with someone just doesn't bring you anything good. And I feel like it doesn't have to be the case, but I feel like either way, at the end, it will force you to this inner transformation, to the change of perception, to this growth in some sense. And possibly there's like this what is it called, like reaching back, you know, and getting back this kind of connection. I don't know if it's particular about the situation, but I feel like it's possible that for most of you it will be just you reconciling with the situation or person because of this inner growth. Not necessary for in this specific situation, but it may be just like you in overall growing and reconnecting in some sense with someone or something, or whatever it might be. But reconciliation is definitely possible, and it may happen due to this personal growth, but that depends really. Okay, let's get more informations with my new deck, mind you. New deck. So I might need a book, but yeah, let's try. What is the energy for March for Capricorn? What is the energy for March for Capricorn? March for Capricorn. What is the energy for Capricorn for March? Energy. What's going on in March for Capricorn? Whoops. Okay. We have a Knight of Discs. This one fell out. Knight of Discs. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That is the opposite. Let's get more clarification on that. Okay, basically working on something, but as I said, it's mostly like you're running away. If you like, not necessarily. I don't mean it just running away. It might be like it will definitely be a trigger for working, but the reasoning behind this is that you want maybe to take your mind off of thinking about this. But yeah, definitely some kind of working, productivity, putting work into something. Okay, we have Princess of Wands. Yeah, definitely a lot of kind of passion. That's why we have the Knight of Cups, right? There will be a lot of going with the feelings, right? With this fiery energy, trying to put passion, kind of going with emotions with something, you know? And that's why I think maybe that will keep you from keeping this honesty for yourself, because at the end I feel like you will want to like share it either way. And I feel like this energy of this fiery kind of energy will force this kind of inner transformation. It doesn't have to be so serious, like an inner transformation for everyone. It's just some kind of personal growth, you know? Something that will force you to act differently than you did before. Okay, what else is there for Capricorn for March? What kind of energy is there for March for Capricorn? Okay. And we have a Prince of Cups. Yeah. yeah, I feel like you'll be changing the person you are, you know, in some sense. As I said, this will be like this change of actions you are taking. And once again, I feel like this is very connected to the clarification for February. Either way, there will be like this change from you being close. Like, if that's a person, I feel like this person is kind of feeling like no matter how much they try to understand you, they can't, because you aren't just honest with them. It might be the case, it doesn't have to be another person. Again, it just feels like you are maybe not sharing that much, and it's hard maybe to figure out, you know, what it is that you're thinking or wanting to do. So this will kind of force you to make this switch into more honest version of yourself, in some sense. Okay, let's get one more card of clarification for March. Ooh, okay. I don't have a devil. Okay. Okay, maybe there will be too much of a focus on material stuff and gaining. As I said, it might be again due to looking for distractions. And as I said, I just get there like a lot of being closed off. Like keeping your feelings and actions and thoughts only to yourself. And I feel like what is mostly creating this kind of anxiety and this feeling, you know, like things are unclear, is mostly you. Because I get the feeling that the most confusion that there is around what you want to do and what is that you feel and what it is that you think. Maybe it's not about the situation itself that you're uncertain of or you're not able to see clearly, but maybe it's about what you feel that you don't see, what you want to do with the situation and you can't see that. Maybe that's what is the main thing with that. And you expect that maybe the situation or the person will reflect what you want, but it doesn't work that way. Like you expect answers from the other person or situation, the other side. But for that you have to ask yourself what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to say, what it is that you think about this or feel about this. Like maybe you expect this situation or this person to break this block in communication, this silence, or this lack of communication, honesty, but maybe it's you who have to do that. Okay, that was kind of deep. It may not resonate with everyone, but I feel like it's something important to reflect on. Either way, okay, let's get some spiritual message for that. Some kind of guidance for March for Capricorn. What is some guidance? Spiritual guidance, meaning. Okay, let's get first meaning maybe behind this. Meaning. Okay, we have the Emperor. Okay. What else about this? What is the spiritual meaning? What is the spiritual meaning of it for Capricorn in March? Spiritual meaning of March for Capricorn. Spiritual meaning for March for Capricorn. Okay, Chariot. Okay, that's quite easy. So it's you having to reflect on the resources you have, so you can reflect on where it is that you want to move on to. You know, you have to reflect on what it is that you have that you can use to move forward. Oh, that also makes sense. Yeah, it's either you it's you kind of having to reflect on what it is that you have that will help you move forward, but what it is that you have, not the situation or other person that can do, but what it is that you can do in this situation to move forward. But it's also reflecting on the resources you have in yourself, as in what it is that you want and your desires, so you can use it to move forward. That's why maybe there's so much around this fulfillment going on. It's about you looking on what it is you have to offer that would make you move forward. So you can use it to move forward. Just on reflecting on what it is you want, you have, and you are. Okay. I don't remember how this card was called, so I won't tell you. Yeah, it's you kind of hunting on something, and you, to hunt on something, you have to know what it is that you hunt for. And I feel like the most confusion going on here is around the fact that you don't know what you want out of this situation or this blockage or whatever it might be. It doesn't have to be even about the situation. It might be just about the margin overall. You kind of not wanting, you kind of being confused in the situation or your life in overall, not because the life itself is confusing you or because the situation or a person is confusing you and you don't know what is going on, but because it is you, because you don't see what it is that you want to do with this situation or how you feel about this situation. You'll be focusing only on seeing one side instead of looking at what it is that you feel about this. That is very important. You have to know what you want before you will be able to count for it, you know? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's get some guidance. Spiritual guidance for March for Capricorn. What kind of guidance can we get? What kind of guidance can we get? What kind of guidance can we get? We have the Six of Jewels, I think so. What is spiritual guidance for Capricorn for March? Spiritual guidance for March. Guidance for March for Capricorn. Okay, that was a lot. So we have Seven of Nature, the Moon, and Child of Blood. Okay, wait. Okay. Guidance. Okay. How to interpret this? Okay. What I'm seeing is kind of, I feel like you should look into the past in some kind of sense so you can learn from your past mistakes. I feel like it would be helpful for you. It's not necessary, but I feel like it would be helpful for you to look into the past and see the mistakes you made, because it might help you in figuring out the present, you know? Figuring out what is the essence of what it is that is fulfilling you, because it might be even that deep for some of you. It might be just what it is that fulfills you in overall. It might be more likely unfold to this kind of extent for some of you. So I feel like it's important for you to reflect on your mistakes from past, not only from past, but just your mistakes in overall. You know, see the essence of them, see the root of them. Not the memories, but the truth behind them. You know? And kind of accept it and learn from it rather than reject it. It's kind of this switch of perspective needs to be made. You know, so it's important for you to switch the perspective. I feel like it has a lot to do with playing a victim or like whatever it might be, the winner-loser kind of thing. Not necessarily the victim, but as I said, kind of winner-loser kind of thing. Whatever it might mean to you, but there definitely needs to be a switch in perception to proceed with this growth, personal growth, so you can discover what it is that you want to offer in this situation or in your life and overall in I don't know how to say this, in the sake of moving on, I don't know, but yeah, there needs to be like this some kind of reflection on past memories or something like that. This switch of perspective, you know? And as I said, I get the feeling of something related to playing a victim or like winner-loser situation. Either way, I feel like it will be helpful for you to reflect on that. It might be related also to some kind of shadow work. That's why maybe there's this inner growth, but this will be here, okay? But what would be helpful if you do some shadow work related to this, if you would like dig into the past, you know, try to see what kind of mistakes or responsibility have to be accepted from your side to gain some kind of knowledge of it and change the perspective on it. I feel like that's very important, but only for those of you who are ready to do this kind of work and take this kind of responsibility. Because this kind of victim, winner loser kind of thing will not work here. That's why it's also not kind of the problem might be that maybe you didn't see this person or situation, relationship, whatever it might be, as something like connected to you. It might be that you see this situation or whatever it might be like an enemy at the moment or something like that. I mean, in the March. But it is not helpful. It is not helpful to kind of disconnect yourself in that kind of sense and separate yourself and label one side as victim or like, whatever it might be. Really, I'm losing my tongue, but yeah, that's basically it. I feel like that's the message this was supposed to give you. But let's get one more card of advice message for you. Okay, so let's see, what is the message advice for Capricorn for March? Capricorn for March. What is the advice message for Capricorn for March? Advice message for Capricorn for March. Message advice for the Capricorn. Message advice for Capricorn. Okay. Don't stop. Okay, and that's for your own interpretation. Okay, don't stop. Okay, so Capricorn, I guess that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope it resonated, or it will resonate if you're watching it early. But yeah, let me know how's your month going. Let me know if clarification for February was resonating. I don't know. My throat is. Okay. I don't know. Thanks for watching, I guess. Have a nice month, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Take care.